we are going to work on Rohai 2. First, we're going to perform it so you can remember what we're working on, and then we'll work on some sections individually. So get ready for Rohai 2. Begin. Yeah. All right. Rohai 2 is a little bit confusing. There's quite a few sections in there that people have a hard time with the stances, with the targets, so we're going to work on them individually in sections. Let's start with the beginning. So you start at the end of Rohai 1. You should be in a back stance. Okay, first thing is, go ahead and move your back stance even bigger. I would like you to have a really wide back stance. The reason is, you should be able to almost shift into a forward stance. Go ahead and shift to a forward stance. If you can do that, you're doing it right. If not, switch your back stance. Okay? Back to your back stance. The first move, you're going to move into a forward stance with a monkey breath. Nice. Grab, pull, kick, and X stance. Or X block. Very nice. Look how deep he is. Look how nice his back is. His back is upright. His head is up. This is not something where you're doing something like this. You should be blocking. Keep yourself up. Okay, from here, forward stance with an upward block. Nice. Okay, step forward, punch. Now notice how every one of these stances is really solid and wide. That's something we really want to work on. So as you're performing this with Jaiden, I want you to think through everything I'm saying and fix yours. All right, go back and do that same thing. Do it regular speed and I'll just say some words. Okay, back stance. Good forward stance. Nice extended kick. Make sure you're deep. Nice. Upward block. Make sure you cover. And punch. Okay? See how he's nice right in the center? You want to make sure you're right centered in your solar plexus. Good. Okay, one more time. We're going to do that section. I will not talk, and Jaiden can do it at regular speed. Very good. Did you notice when you're doing that upward block? So you're here. What we want to look for. Go ahead and get into the upward block, so change your stance. Okay, look how he's got his back of his arm here. If he turns it wrong, I'm going to hit his bone. Don't do that. Okay, he's blocking with the meaty part of his arm. He's also got it at a nice angle. So if I hit it, it will slide off. I want to make sure you do that. He's also got a nice ready hand. This is very important. This is the first stance where they see you facing forward. You really want to emphasize that you know your technique, that you've got a good stance. He's got a nice wide stance. You want to make sure that all is shown. All right, go ahead and get to the ki. We're going to add the next section. For the next section, this first stance is super important. It has to be a kima stance. Okay? Look at this. This is a press. The reason you can remember in your mind that this is a kima stance and not a back stance is look at this hand. It's a ready hand. It is not a shoot block hand. Has to be a kima stance. Look how deep he still is. It's awesome. Now also right here, he has punched. I don't know if you can tell, but he's punched, blocked past his head. He's not blocking over here. He's blocked through past his head. Okay, next move. He's going to switch. See how he's pivoted and punched back? Perfect. Okay, continue. Next move. Stop right there. Forward stance. You have to be settled. If you're going to do this knee, you have to be in a forward stance. Make sure you're in it. Don't go past us. All right, keep going. Knee, block. Look how his back is still upright. Look how he's crossed his arms. It is none of this wimpy. None of that. We have some nice crossed arms. Okay, go ahead and finish. You've got a double outward block. Okay, on a double outward block, you want to make sure you're not too far back because you're just blocking punches to your face. Punch, punch, whatever, you've blocked it all. Okay, nice. We're just going to go that far right now, even though the ki is coming up. Let's do that section from the first ki. So I think it's the other leg. Very nice. Okay? So, nice kima stance, pass the head with the block, reverse punch, nice pivot, get into a forward stance, knee, X, and outward blocks. Very good. Make sure that stance is solid stance before and after that knee. Okay? One more time. Jaiden, you can go ahead and do it at your own speed. Very good. Okay, nice. Did you see how every move he did snapped? Go ahead and stand up. Every move he does, he snaps it. He doesn't just walk through it. We don't want that. I'm not even going to do it wrong. I want you to see us. When you do the double outward block, I should hear you. You should hear you. You should know you're doing it. When you do the X block, you should hear that X block. So I want to see real effort. He's doing it slow for me. We want to make sure you learn the technique. And he still looks really tough. All right, go ahead and do from the very beginning to that point. I want you guys to make sure you're following along with Jaiden as he does it. Go on. Okay, when you did that, did you think about your stances? Did you have really wide stances? Did you have really sharp blocks? Did you know where your punches were? Do you know where your arms are ending? Make sure you know this. I know this is a kind of advanced form. You're back into the upper intermediate forms. We're starting to look at technique. We're starting to look at those things to make sure you're actually doing them right, not just walking through the motions. Make sure you're following and thinking this through as you do it. All right. We're going to go ahead and go on and add the ki portion, so you were just right here. So everybody gets that part. This is where we just ended, so we've just done that section that we've just been working on. The next section is a little tricky. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to step in and strike. Can you see how he grabbed their elbow? So he's going to grab in a kima stance. So from here, he grabs their head. Imagine this person. Okay, go back and I'll be the bad guy. So he's grabbing my head, hitting. I want you to think that. Can you see when he was doing it without me, you could still even tell that he had his hand out there and he was grabbing? Let's make sure you can tell. All right, one more time. So ki, and now this is the start of a ki. You guys all know how it finishes, right? So then he slides back into a cat stance with the downward deflecting. Nice. Okay, now do the whole thing as a ki. There's two stances here. Cat. Very good. One more time. Kima cat. I want to see them both. Very good. Okay, from here we get into the trickiest part of the entire form. So we're going to go through this part a couple times. Okay, so we'll both be here. We've just done the kima cat. You're going to set this front foot down. At the same time, you're going to fold for an outward bridge hand strike. And you're going to step behind into a cat stance with a strike. Okay, let's try that again. We're just here. We've just done our strike. Set it down, fold, step behind, and strike. Okay, this strike should come across. You want to strike a head that's right here. So he went through the head. So as he did it, he struck the head out of the way. Okay, one more time. Fold, step behind, and switch to another cat stance. Very nice. From here, the tricky part, you have to wind everything up. So your hand comes across your belly, your hand comes back, ready to strike. Your foot goes down, your back foot goes back, and strike. So we're going to wind up, everything goes down and across. Everybody there? And chop. Nice. Two chops. Okay, we're going to go back up. Okay, so we're right here. We're going to start from this. The first thing we're going to do is we set up, ready to turn. Step behind, switch your foot to the other cat step, strike. Nice. Okay, wind everything up. Everything up, step your foot back, chop. Okay, everybody wind up and chop. Very nice. Make sure you do one ridge hand strike and two chop strikes. Okay, back up. And step behind, strike. Across, chop. Wind up, chop. Very nice. Okay, I'm going to have Jaiden do it several times. I want you guys to follow along. As you do it with Jaiden, I'm going to talk through some motions and talk through some things. Pay attention. Do those things. Jaiden's your model. Follow him. Look how he's set up. Nice. Okay, every time that strike goes all the way through the head, through the target, he sets up. Nice every time. Doesn't just start from nothing. Stepping back, chopping through the head. Look at how his ready hand is always there at the end. He doesn't just cover his belly and look like he has a bellyache. You block your belly and then you get it out of there. You put it back to the ready hand position. It's going to give you stronger moves. It's also cleaner, crisper, just much better all across the board. Hey, look, now pay attention to your arms. Make sure everything snaps, everything's strong. Even though you've been doing this a lot, you shouldn't just walk through the motions. Everything should be strong. Next, you've been working on your arms. Let's think about the feet. Your cat stances should look like a cat stance. Every time I should be able to tell that now he is in a right leg cat stance. That front leg is bent. The front heel of the right foot is always off the ground. Left foot off the ground. Right foot off the ground. Step back and slide it in. Step back and slide it in. Every time. It's tricky because your hands and your feet have to go together. Very nice. Okay, go ahead and stop. We are going to go ahead and go to the left side because you're going to have more practice that you want to do on your left as well. Okay, so the last thing we did on the right side was we're in a cat stance with a chop. Everybody get there. Make sure you have a good ready hand. Always start from a sharp, nice stance. Don't just get there. Get into a nice, sharp stance. The same thing we did on the other side. We're just reversing. So what we're going to do is fold to be ready, step behind, lift it up to a cat stance. At the same time, you strike with a nice ready hand. Notice that it's a ridge hand for here. You have to be hitting with your thumb tucked in for the first move. The next two are chops. Okay, so you wind up, your hand's ready to chop, you're blocking your belly, you stepped back behind, now slide your foot in and chop. As your foot connects and gets all the way back, you should have chopped through the head. One more time, wind up, chop. Very, very nice. Okay, now we start again. Make sure you start from a very good position. You should be in your right cat stance. Okay, fold, everything lines up, strike, nice. Step back, strike. Step back, wind, strike. Very nice. Now set yourself back up. Every time I want to make sure you're setting up. Okay, we're going to watch Jaiden. I'm going to talk through some of this again. Okay, you're looking for similar things that you did with the other side. Make sure you always have a really good ready hand. Every time, pull it all the way back. Even farther, pull that ready hand back. If you pull that ready hand back really tight, so I cannot see it from the front, that is perfect. Look how Jaiden, I cannot even see it even from this angle. That's what I want to see from you. Everything is going through the head. Nice. Now he's still working. He's been working this whole time. You should have been working this whole time. You want to keep having this nice, strong move, nice, strong attacks every time. Okay, stop. Go on. Okay, from here, we want to add all that together. We practiced on the right, we practiced on the left. Now, let's stick it all together back from the double outward blocks. So we're going to start from this section. So we are here. You've just done that double outward block. Get with us. You should have a nice forward stance. Do not start until you have a good starting stance. Okay, from here, there should be a long ki and then stop. Yeah. Okay, make sure you're in a really good stance here. The next thing we're going to do is do the whole section together. Ready? Strike, strike, strike. One more. Strike, strike, strike. Very good. Okay, back up. We are going to have you do that again. Okay, Jaiden, go ahead and do that whole section. Okay, as I talk you through it, I want to see the same strong moves. Okay, with the ki, loud ki.
Yeah.
That's the funnest ki we have. All right, keep going. Strike, strike, strike. Make sure you switch sides. Strike, strike, strike. Very, very nice. Okay, you may not have enough room for all this. If you don't, hop forward a little in between and do it. Okay, go ahead and do it again. Jaiden has a little more room than you might have.
Yeah.
Strike, strike, strike. Switch, strike, strike. Okay, very nice. Thank you for following along with Jaiden. We're going to go ahead and do that entire section. So, let's go from this, so we can make sure that we're all in the same spot. Okay, so this is the section we've just been working on. We're going to start with a big ki. Go ahead and ki only. Yeah. From here, we're going to do all of that section. Bridge hand, 2 chops, bridge hand, 2 chops. Begin. Very good. Awesome. Okay, we're going to do that section one more time together. You should have had quite a bit of practice. Just that section, please. From...
Yeah.
And then we will go on. So we're going to go ahead and assume you want to go on here. So we've just done the last chop. The next thing we're going to do is we lift our front knee and smack the side of your thigh. Don't hurt yourself, don't hurt your knee. It's for noise. It's just for noise. Then put your foot down, turn into a forward stance with a back fist. It should snap. Back fists do not do this. Back fist snap. From there, follow the back fist. Imagine that you've got somebody's neck right inside there. And now you're holding their neck and you're going to kick them off of your body. So, kick, sit down with a punch. Now you're going to do a jump front, punch, punch. Awesome job. Really like that? Like how he's landed in a nice wide forward stance. He's got his targets, ki, he's still intense. This is the last move of your form. It should look awesome. Okay, we're going to go ahead and get to that last point again. So just here where you're going to do the slap. Okay, as Jaiden does this, do your own speed. Everybody follow along, see if you can do this. Nice. Okay, some things you want to work on. All right, go ahead and do it again while I talk you through it. Some things you want to work on. Think it through, do it with Jaiden, and think of you doing this. Look how his back fist snaps. He's pressing, he snaps at the end of his web hand. The height on that jump front, fantastic. We want to see that from you again. All right, let's see it again. Okay, jumps around, look at this back fist, he snaps it. Then he snaps the web hand, extends that front thrust as much as he can. Jump for height, punch, punch. Very nice. When you're landing, watch the timing on his punch, punch next time as you do it. See if you can get that timing. It's kind of tricky. You want to land with a really solid punch at the end there. Very nice. Thank you, sir. Okay, you should have had a little bit of a chance to practice all of those sections now. Now what we want to do is put it together in the form. So we're going to go ahead and do the form kind of at a learning pace still, so that you can do it and catch and do it with us. I'm going to go ahead and join you for this one. All right, you may begin. All right, very nice. Hopefully you're feeling pretty comfortable about that. We're going to go ahead and have you do it 2 more times, at least with Jaiden. If you want to do more after that, just rewind or do it on your own. All right, the first one, I want you to do learning speed, and then you can do your own speed, whatever you'd like.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah. Hi-ya!
Thank you for watching our Rohai 2 video. I hope you guys have a chance to practice it. I think this is one of the harder forms at this belt rank, and so it's really nice to get a little bit of practice in. Thank you.